Hello, everybody, and welcome to Vinyltreasures. I'm your host, Johnny G. John Galindo, coming to you live on this October 25th, 2025 Vinyltreasure show. I welcome you to the 50s and early 60s edition of the program. I apologize for being late. I had to do some things. I wanted to make some scans of some. I don't think I've ever played that many red vinyl 45s here on the program, so I think I posted them all up on my Facebook wall. But welcome to the Vinyltreasure show. I'm your host, Johnny G. We're going to be here till about 12:30 or so. I think we can do it. We've got 42 records, I think, to play, but I was a little bit late here. But I apologize for that. But welcome to the program. And if you are new to this program, those of you watching on YouTube, or maybe you're listening on Oldies and More Radio, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're picking up a lot of subscribers to this program here. And I have all your requests. I think I have a collector's corner record of the week, which is coming up. Actually, it's in the 1951 block. And we're going to open up with one of my favorite records, actually a record that got Johnny G collecting. But we opened up with a request, instrumental request, for listener Big Dave Swinger, this jazz R&B bassist and band leader born in Thibodaux, I guess that's how you say it, Thibodaux, Louisiana. Sam, you're going to have to let me know where that is located. He was also known, as Luscious Lloyd Lambert. And he recorded 2 on Art Roop's specialty label. I had to look for this one. I've had one that was filed. But since my mother put all the specialties in a box, it was easy to find. I have, most of the specialties are clean, but I have a whole bunch of, like, Lloyd Price's and Little Richards and a whole bunch of those single artists on there. And this was in the box there. His second release, written by saxophonist Joe Tillman, who was actually, Charlene, featured on this. Okay, it says featuring the sax. Yeah, Charlene didn't know. It said featuring the sax of Joe Tillman. That's on the label here. January 1956 by request for Big Dave Swinger. That's Lloyd Lambert on the specialty label. Whistlin' Joe is the name of the tune. Johnny G cannot whistle for nothing is what it is. But anyway, so welcome, folks. Let's start it off here. This is my selection here to open up the vocal portion here. And this record brings back fond memories for me because my Aunt Mary purchased this 45 in the fall of 1955. I ran downstairs real quick to see if I can show you her trashed copy of the record because she never kept sleeves on her 45s. But this is on George Goldner's Rama record label, and this was the group's follow-up to their biggest New York hit, I guess, called Lily Mae Bell. It features Richard Barrett on lead from November 1955. This was the record that started Johnny G on his collecting journey. November 55, the Valentines on the Rama label. It's called I Love You, Darling. Here are the Valentines. Here you go.
I
There you go, with the sound of Richard Barrett and the Valentines to open up the vocal portion of tonight's show there. November 1955, their second release on the Rama record label, I Love You, Darling. And that was the record that, listen, if you love saxophone, that's Jimmy Wright in the orchestra there with the saxophone. That is like, that is the best thing for Johnny G. I love sax in 1950s vocal group records. It just sounds so great. But that was a record that my aunt, and that was those are the records that she was playing for Johnny G. And what was she? She was she wasn't even 13 yet. She was 12 years old when she was buying 45s. Anyway, but let us continue here. You know, we count down the music chronologically here on the Saturday evening show. So we're going to open up this tonight's show with a request, all requests from now on, for listener John Cummins. He likes the early sound, and it's kind of, for this group, difficult for me to, well, I don't want to say difficult, because they have a lot of 45s also, but they have a lot of 78s too. And this record originally came out on a 78. Now, how many of you are familiar with the song Gloria? Okay, maybe you know Gloria by the Passions, or you know Gloria by Earl Lewis and the Chantels, or you know Gloria by a whole bunch, Vito and the Salutations. So many groups recorded this song Gloria. But Cadillacs. Oh wait, how could I miss the Cadillacs? Because really the Cadillacs version of the song was really based off of this version, which was not the original version of the tune, by the way. The song was written by Leon Rene. Leon Rene, of course, out on the West Coast, and he would own Class Records, but Leon Rene also, I think, owned the exclusive label, when the record first came out on exclusive. By Bob Hayward back in 1946 originally, and I don't know if I have that. Maybe I have it somewhere in the 78s. But then Johnny Moore's Three Blazers, I think, recorded in April of 47, also on the exclusive label, which maybe I have too. I'm not sure. And then label, and that featured Charles Brown on. We're going to be playing Charles Brown later on the program. Well, actually, pretty soon here. But in 1948, this tune became so popular that others recorded it. Ronnie DeVille on the signature label. And okay. This tune, done by the Mills Brothers, originally done, they recorded it in September of 1948. It was released in October of 48 on a 78, and it was, I guess, Decca decided to reissue it in, this release here, Charlene's got September 50, because I said, that's probably right. But maybe this is the 1954 press. I don't know. Because probably to put this out because of the Cadillacs release of the record on the Josie label. That's what I would think. But we're going to hear it, I'll say September 1950, because Charlene said she saw that date. I said, that's good for a record that originally came out in 1946. But let's give a listen to this version. I'm going to send it out to listener John Cummins, the Mills Brothers on the Decca label, and their rendition of the tune, Gloria. It's very similar to the Cadillacs. So give it a spin here. Here you go.
Gloria, it's not Marie, it's Gloria. It's not Sherry, it's Gloria. She's in your every dream. You try to play the game of kiss and run away, but now you find it's not that way. Somehow you changed, it seems. Wasn't Madeline your first love? It was just hello, goodbye. Wasn't Caroline your last love? It's a shame you made her cry. You're not so smart, 'cause Gloria is not in love with you. Wasn't Madeline your first love? It was just hello, goodbye. Wasn't Caroline your last love? It's a shame you made her cry. Oh, what a fool you are. You gave your heart to Gloria. You're not so smart, 'cause Gloria is not in love with you. Gloria is not in love with you.
There you go, folks. I hope you didn't hear any echo there. I have my mic on. You know, John G's got to get used to the studio here, but Charlene, am I sounding a little better here as I talk into the microphone? There you go. We'll send that one out to listener John Cummins. That's the sound of the Mills Brothers there, September 1950. I think that's what, Donald Mills on lead, I guess. The Mills Brothers on Decca with their version of the tune Gloria. So I would say that they put that out in 54 as the Cadillacs came out. And Esther Navarro, someone mentioned in the chat room that Esther Navarro gets the writer credits on that. And I guess, but she adapted it from this song, okay, from the Leon Renee tune. I'm surprised that he didn't, kind of sue them or call the lawyers on that. But anyway, let us continue here for a Saturday evening. If you are new to the program here, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel as we continue here. Let's move into 1951 here. This is my collector corner record of the evening here. This this is on Sid Nathan's. Not Sid Nathan's. How about Bess Perman's? I got Sid Nathan from the King special that I've been watching. But this is a Collector's Corner 45. You know this group out of Durham, North Carolina. The Sound of the Larks here. This is their first release. Came out in December of 1950. They were known as the Five Larks at the time. This was their second release, Just as the Larks. A tune written by the lead singer of the group. His name is Gene Mumford. And this is like on kind of reddish orange, I guess, vinyl here. We're going to have a vinyl record attack here with some of the records that are going to be coming up. Let's go to April of 1951. Johnny G's selection here, the Collector's Corner. Eugene Mumford and the Larks on the Apollo label. It's called When I Leave These Prison Walls. Here you go, the Larks.
No more homemade molasses, no more spam. I'll be eating fried chicken, baby, and candied yams. Yes, I'm gonna boil. Now when I leave these prison walls, no more getting up at 6 and going to bed at 10. 'Cause when day breaks, baby, I'll just be dipping in. Yes, I'm gonna boil. Now when I leave these prison walls, I'm gonna catch the first thing smoking, going Chicago way. you can dig me anytime by the clock. It's 47th Street, baby, is really my block. No more sloping banks and ditches with a pick, 'cause I'm going out into town and dig myself a chick. Yes, I'm gonna ball. Now when I leave these prison walls, gonna catch the first thing Chicago way. Then everything is gonna be okay. But you can dig me anytime by the clock. It's 47, baby, is really my block. No more sloping banks and ditches with a pick, 'cause I'm going out into town and dig myself a chick. Yes, I'm gonna ball. When I leave this prison wall.
There you go. That is Johnny G's selection there. That's the sound of the Larks. Eugene Mumford and the Larks there on the Apollo record label, April 1951 release, When I Leave These Prison Walls. That is not an easy 45 to find. How that record got into my hands, Greg Surik called me up one afternoon. He says, I got to drive up to see you. Can I come up about, 2 o'clock in the afternoon? I think it was a Saturday. It might have been a Saturday or Sunday because I was home. I wasn't working. And he would come up. He goes, I got a couple records that you might be able to use. So he brought that record up to me. I says, I don't have that record. I says, where'd you find this? He goes, well, that's for me to know and for you never to find out. So that's what he told me. But then he sold me that 45. It's not, well, listen, it was within my price range at that time. But the record is not that easy to find. He probably got a better copy. That's what I would surmise. But anyway, there you go. That's our Collector Corner, although there's a few Collector Corner records coming up in the program. So that always happens because I got some great listeners that know what to request. That one there from April of 51. Let's move up 2 years to 1953. This is a request for Record Ralph. I almost couldn't find this record, but then he sent me an email. He's going to a record show tomorrow, I think, up in Syracuse. And I said, well, if there's any rare records up there, tell those guys, give them my email, and tell them that Johnny G is willing to purchase some big records if they have them. And I need some. I need some, let's put it that way. But I said, Ralph, I couldn't find your request, and he sent me a request for the Soul Show and for this show for next week. And I said, well, I'll play the Faye Adams. And then all of a sudden, I was looking for a record on the Mercury label, and I had a box of records here that I cleaned over the last, 7 months or so. So I'm flipping through there. I said, I had all my Imperials, my blue Imperials together, and lo and behold, I found it in the box. So we're going to feature it right now. This singer, born Overton Amos Lemons in DeQuincy, Louisiana. And he recorded as Smiley Lewis. First recording for Deluxe Records back in 1947. See, they should have mentioned that on the King special. But he signed with Imperial Records. When, I don't know, but he had 31 releases on the Imperial record label. This was his 5th release. Came out in March of 1953. This is by request for Record Ralph in Syracuse. Smiley Lewis is a great 2-sided 45. The flip side, I think, is called Playgirl. But he requested the other side, Smiley Lewis on Imperial. It's called Big Mamu. This is going out to Record Ralph in Syracuse. Here you go.
Big Mamu! Why did you always leave me and Big
There you go. That one there going out to listener Record Ralph, the sound of Smiley Lewis. That was a cool, they got cool instrumentation backing them up on that one there. Smiley Lewis from April 1953 is fifth of 31 releases for the Imperial record label. Big Mamoo is the name of the tune. Johnny G here on a Saturday as we continue here. And this next record also qualifies as a Collector's Corner tune. But this is a request for listener Gordy Freeman in our YouTube chat room as we head to Baltimore, Maryland for this group, which included William Pierce, first tenor, DeRoy Green, or is that Delroy Green? Second tenor, Melvin Jennings, baritone, Earl Williams, bass, and the lead singer on this, his name is Bob Richardson. Collectively, they were known as the Twilighters. Now, this is a very rare 45 if you have it on the original Marshall label. And the interesting thing about this is Louis Silvani mentions it. If you have that book, Collecting Rare Records, I think many of you have the book, right? This book here, Louis was he giving them away at one point? Maybe. I don't know. But it's old, this book. You know, he just mailed them out to all his mailing list. I called Glenn and said, Glenn, what is this? You mail me a book, you don't tell me what it is? He says, do you want it? It's $60 with $5 postage. I was like, well, you know what? It's here. That's what they did. But anyway, Louis says that the owner of the label found out that this record was expensive. So what he did is he still had original labels and he used the original stamper and he tried to match the red vinyl, but he couldn't get it. It's got to be like a darker not dark, but darker. The red vinyls that he put out were like a brighter red. They're brighter red, and it also came out on black, which I had the first time I had it, which was a $20 record, I think, at the time. And I think that was in the 1970s. They pressed the black vinyl. But he used original stampers on it, so you have to be really careful about it. You got to compare it to an original. I have an original. I think this came from Lou, forget his name. He's down in the New Orleans area, down in Louisiana, I think. He was a big soul collector. But Lou Stanley, that was it. Lou Stanley had this record. So Spence saw him at an Allentown, PA show, and he called me up. He says, Johnny, you need this record. I said, yeah, I do. Bring it up. And he brought it up, and I bought it. But it's a request for Gordy Freeman, 1953, the Twilighters on the Marshall label. This is an original. It's called Please Tell Me You're Mine. This is for Gordy Freeman in our YouTube chat room. Here you go, Gordy.
You're gone away. Days, my heart and I went astray. Yes, I love you so much. Tell me you're mine. Tell me you're mine. You know how much.
go. Listen, we can we can call that a collector's corner number 2, because that's another rare 45. That one there by request for Gordy Freeman in our YouTube chat room. They like that too. 1953. They're called the Twilighters, and that is Bob Richardson on lead. Please Tell Me You're Mine is the name of the tune. That came out on a label called Marshall Records. And that is truly a rare 45. Johnny G here spinning rare 45s. As we continue here, we are in the 1953 block. We still have a few from that year. And this is a request for listener Jim Lampley in Texas. As we go to Eddie and Leo Mesner's Aladdin Records. Although this singer first recorded for the Philo label, which was also a subsidiary of Aladdin, or I guess maybe prior to the Aladdin, that was back in 1945. He's originally from Texas City, Texas, and he settled out in Los Angeles, California, and he recorded in the early days with Johnny Moore's Three Blazers as basically the vocalist. And at the time, I think the Three Blazers, you can hear them on some of their records faintly in the background. I don't know about this one here. I don't think so. But it is with Johnny Moore's Three Blazers, and Johnny Moore is on guitar, Eddie Williams is on bass, and Charles Brown is on the piano and vocals. And this is actually a cover song that John requested. This song written by Johnny Mercer and Gordon Jenkins, first done by Rudy Valley and his Connecticut Yankees back in 1934 on Victor Records. And this, well, no, Charlene, this is not his first of 3. He's got a lot of records on the Aladdin label, and this one wasn't filed, but I have multiple ones that are filed on Aladdin, and there was still some in the box this one I had to pull out today, but I had it, and it's just and these records are quiet, so there is you're going to hear there's a click in here which kind of ticks me off. Pun on words. But anyway, from October 1953, this one going out to Jim Lampley in Texas. It's Charles Brown along with Johnny Moore's Three Blazers on the Aladdin label, and his rendition of the tune P.S. I Love You. Here you go. Charles Brown for Jim.
Dear, I thought I'd drop a line. The weather's cool, the folks are fine. I'm in bed each night at 9. P.S. I love you. Yesterday we had some rain, but all in all, I can't complain. Was it dusty on the train? P.S. I love you. Write to the Browns just as soon as you're able. They came around to call. I burned a hole in the dining room table. Let me see, I guess that's all. Nothing else for me to say, and so I'll close. But by the way, everybody's thinking of you. P.S. I love you. Yesterday we had some rain, but all in all, I'll not complain. Was it dusty on the train? P.S. I love you.
Yeah, bartender over here. Can I have another martini, please, with an olive in it this time? There you go. That is a cool tune to sit down and I'll sip. I'll sip some Gatorade with that one, thank you. But cool tune there. That's Charles Brown with Johnny Moore's Three Blazers on the Aladdin record label out of Los Angeles, California, from October 1953. There is rendition of the tune P.S. I Love You, recorded by So Many, and Cool Ant. Maybe you know it by The Classics, possibly, recorded that in 1963. So many people did record it, by the way. But let us continue here. We are in the 1953 block. I don't really. There's not really a big block tonight, and this might have been the biggest block, I think, for the night. Everything is kind of spaced out here. But let's do a flip side request. This time for listener Daniel Kubacki in our YouTube chat room. And last week, Daniel requested this group out of Los Angeles, California, the Flares, on the Bahari Brothers Flair record label. And last week we played You Should Care For Me, was their third release for the Flair label. Also, Daniel requested the flip side here. This tune co-written by the lead singer on this. His name is Richard Berry. Let's go to November of 1953. Sound of the Flares on the Flair label for Daniel Kubacki in our YouTube chat room. It's called Tell Me You Love Me, the Flares, for Daniel. Here you go, Daniel.
Tell me you love me. Tell me it's true. Tell me you want me. Well, the way I want you. Tell me you miss me when we're apart. Without your pretty baby, I can't face my heart. Well, when you're away, my heart's in misery. If you don't come back to me, I'll be sad as a man can be. I need you. Oh, what you bet. And if I can't have you, I'll only have regret. When you're away, my heart's in misery. If you don't come back to me, I'll be sad as a man can be. I need you. Oh, what you meant. And if I can't have you, I'll only have regret. Oh, tell me. Please tell me. Just tell me. Ooh, tell me. Why don't you tell me? Ooh, tell me. Tell me. Please tell me.
There you go. That one there, a flip side request for listener Daniel Kubacki in our YouTube chat room. The sound of the Richard Berry on lead there with the Flares on the Flair label. Tell Me You Love Me is the name of that tune from November of 1953. And this is one more in 53, I think. Yes, before we get to 1954. And we fill a request for John Ronayne in our YouTube chat room. This group from New York City formed in the spring of 1952. They recorded for Joe Davis's JD label. But in 1953, the lead singer of this group was also singing lead with another group that recorded for King Records, the Checkers, and his name was Percy Hayward, and he was the lead singer on their tune, A Ghost of My Baby, which came out in April of 53. Now, the 45 I'm going to play came out in November of 53 and was the first release for the Sparrows, okay? It features Perry Haywood on lead. From November of 1953, their first of two on the JD label. From the Sparrows, going out to John Ronayne on JD. It's called Tell My Baby, the Sparrows. Here you go.
Tell my baby, I feel so sad. I feel so doggone bad. My road is so rough and rocky. My tears are heavy to bear. Her eyes just seems to haunt me. I can't find peace anywhere.
Well, tell her my baby.
Tell my baby I played 55.
Please tell her my baby.
Tell my baby forgive a fool's desire.
Yes, tell her my baby.
Tell my baby I laugh at the storm if I got her love to keep me warm. Boy, I need her love to keep me warm.
There you go. That one there going out to John Ronayne in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of the Sparrows. The Sparrows on the JD record label, Joe Davis's JD Records. Tell My Baby, that one there, November 1953, and that is with Perry Hayward on lead. Now, there would be one more release in October of 56 on Joe Davis's Davis label, Love Me Tender, a song recorded before Elvis's version, but released again to rival Elvis's version. That's interesting. And Perry also sang lead with the Performers that recorded for the All-Star record label. Johnny G is your disc jockey here on Oldies and More Radio and YouTube for a Saturday evening. If you are new to this program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. This is it's our second show of the week this week. I plan on continuing with the Relic Countdown next Thursday afternoon, but I'll be back before that on Wednesday with the Soul Show. That'll be at 9 p.m., 9 to midnight on YouTube, also on Oldies and More Radio, and just on YouTube on the Thursday show. So we'll continue with the 1956 Relic Record Countdown. But let us continue here for a Saturday, and let's do a flip side request for listener Frank and Jerry Gingaro in our YouTube chat room. As last week I featured this great group out of Philadelphia, Lee Andrews and the Hearts. I played their first release on Eddie Heller's Rainbow record label, a song called Maybe You'll Be There. And this is, that I think was Frank's favorite song. It's his favorite group, too. So we're going to flip the 45 over. This tune written by the lead singer, Lee Andrews, from April 1954, going out to Frank and Jerry Gingaro in our YouTube chat room. Lee Andrews and the Hearts on the Rainbow label, and this one's on red vinyl, too. And it's called Baby Come Back for Frank and Jerry. Here you go.
Oh, come back, baby, come back. You know I love you, pretty baby. Baby, come back to me. Come back to me. I love you. I really love you, Joe. I love no one but you. Baby, come back to me. Although I play the part of a sentimental fool, why did you go away? When you left me, pretty baby, you broke my heart. Come back. I trade the world for you. Come back. You know your daddy loves you, baby. Baby, come back to me. Although I play the part of a sentimental fool, why did you go away? When you left me, pretty baby, you broke my heart. Come back. I'll trade the world for you. Come back. You know your daddy loves you, baby. Baby, come back to me. Oh, come back to me.
There you go. That's the great sound of Lee Andrews and the Hearts. That one they're going out to Frank and Jerry Gingaro in our YouTube chat room. Baby Comeback is the name of the tune. That was their first of three for Eddie Heller's Rainbow record label, April 1954 release. And I think it also came out on the Riviera subsidiary too. And Lee Andrews would re-record that song in 1959. It came out on the Casino label, different version than that, but and it's on Styrene too. But that's for Frank Gingaro. Now Frank Gingaro and Gordon Skagberg, they will be on tomorrow afternoon on the Rhythm and Blues Serenade. They are your hosts on WRHU-FM 88.7, streaming on WRHU.org. You can tune in to Frank and Gordon beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 to 6, with the Rhythm and Blues Serenade on Sunday afternoons, and hearing very similar music that Johnny G features here, all on original vinyl. And tune into that program. They will be live tomorrow. As we continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show, we continue with our red vinyl attack, as Daryl Letts puts it. Isn't that what you call it, Daryl? And interesting thing about this record, so again, Greg calls me up on the phone and he says, Johnny, I want to come see you. Can you meet me at the Howard Johnson's on Route 9? And I'm like, okay, I'll meet you at the Howard Johnson's on Route 9. And he brings Eric Ashton with him at the time. And it was the first time, well, I met Eric at the Montvale record shows prior, and he gave me his want list. I still have it too, by the way, which I have a lot of the records, maybe 99% of the records on that want list. But he was looking for upgrades and whatnot. But I think at the time he was selling his records. So I met him there. But Greg sold me this record and probably a couple other things. And I guess he wanted to help Eric out because he needed money. And I think his mother was alive at the time, I think. Or maybe she just passed away. I forget. But so he had some soul records, I think, but I was afraid to buy from him because he sold me my Starlighters on end. No, not the Starlighters, the Charades on United Artists, and he used lighter fluid. I said, "You use lighter fluid on styrene?" I said, "You can't do that. Lighter fluid will eat that vinyl in a second." And I was not happy with that. And I never, and I was like, you got to give me a refund on the records that you sold me. I was not happy with that. But anyway, not that I want to diss Eric because he's passed away a while now. But he was very knowledgeable collector, and he did have at one time he had a really cool collection back in the day. But anyway, but let's fill this request. Well, that's just a memory with this record. That's all I'm saying. But let's fill a request for James Pomerico as we head to Chicago, Illinois, to Al Benson's Parrot record label. And this was the group's first of three for the Parrot label. And I'm talking about the Flamingos. This one released in August of 1954. It features Solly McElroy on lead. This is on red vinyl here. Also have it on the black vinyl, which I found on the cheap. And but this plays okay. This is okay. This is an okay copy. But anyways, from August 1954, the Flamingos on Parrot for James Pomerico and their tune called Dream of a Lifetime. This is for James. Here you go, James.
You're the dream of a lifetime, too sweet to tell it all in rhyme. You everything I ever hoped for. Sweetheart, will you be mine? You're the dream of a lifetime, with voice of mission bells that chime, and eyes that glow in sweet surrender, to lips as sweet as wine. Heaven must have sent you, dear, when I was feeling lonely, sad and blue. Won't you be my lover? I don't want another. Please believe me, do. You're the dream of a lifetime. You turn the autumn days to spring. With you my life will be complete, dear. My heart will always sing. My heart will always sing. You're the dream of a lifetime. Ooh. You turn the autumn days to spring. With you, my life would be complete, dear. Walk, 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 walk. My heart will always sing.
There you go with the sound of the flamingos here on the Vinyltreasure show. That one there going out to listener James Pomerico, August 1954, their first of three on the Parrot record label. Dream of a Lifetime is the name of the tune. That's the great Solly McElroy on lead. Let us continue here. Let's move into 1955. You all know this group out of Baltimore, Maryland. They would have 12 releases on the Atlantic record label. And this is a request for listener Casey Hines in Paris. And this is their eighth release on the Atlantic record label. And this is actually a cover tune. It was interesting. When I found this record out in the wild, I asked my aunt about it, and she knew this version. She did not know the original version as done by the Wrens on the Rama label, but this is actually a cover. This was issued 5 months, this was 5 months later that this group, the Cardinals, released it. And this was a #1 record on WHOD in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It features Ernie Warren on lead. This is by request for listener Casey Hines in Paris, June 55. The Cardinals on the Yellow and Black Atlantic label, and their rendition of the tune, Come Back, My Love. This is for Casey. Here you go.
Oh, won't you come back, my love? Don't go away. Come back, my love. Come back to stay. I love you so well. I want you to know I need your love so badly. You said goodbye. I wondered why. All because of those silly lies. I love you so well. I want you to know I need your love so badly. Well, everybody makes baby mistakes in the game of romance. Now I'm asking you, darling, why don't you come back and give me a chance? Come back, my love, don't go away. I need your loving every day. I love you so well, I want you to know I need your love so badly.
Chance, oh baby.
Well, come back, my love. Don't stay away. I need your loving every day. I love you so well. I want you to know I need your love so badly. I need your love so badly,
Baby,
I need your love so badly. I need your love so badly.
Cover tunes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go. That one there going out to listener Casey Hines in Paris. It's Ernie Warren and the Cardinals, and that's the one that my aunt heard on the radio, the one that she bought that I broke. I broke that 45 on her. Released in March of 1955. I'm sorry, June of 1955. The Cardinals on the Atlantic label, and their rendition of the tune Come Back My Love. And speaking of the Cardinals, they were the first ones to record this next tune. I showed you this this trashed copy of this 45. Usually, lots of the dots that I have are clean, but this one for some reason is not. But listen, I'm not boasting about my turntables and about my styli, but they make sometimes evenly worn records sound decent. I mean, you're going to get some pops and whatnot, but at least, you know, I don't normally play records in this condition unless they're really rare. But I shoulda, woulda, coulda, but I didn't. But anyway, this is a request for listener James Stone in our YouTube chat room. And this group is out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. And the group included Donald McGuire, Seymour Spiegelman, Billy Vaughn. Yes, the Billy Vaughn that eventually recorded for Dot Records. And the lead singer, Jimmy Sacca. Collectively, they were known as the Hilltoppers. They signed with Randy Wood's Dot label back in 1952. They had about 32 releases through November of 1959. Now, this was their 13th release. Now, this song written by Chuck Willis for the Cardinals that you just heard, because they did it first on the Atlantic label. But James requested the version as covered by the Hilltoppers, and it's not bad, really. March 1955, going out to James Stone in our YouTube chat room. The Hilltoppers on Dot. Jimmy Sacca is the lead, and their rendition of the tune, The Door Is Still Open. Here you go for James.
I must confess that I cried from loneliness, and the door is still open to my heart. Like the sand is to the sea, and the door is still open to my heart. I'm not ashamed to cry. It's better than to hold it inside, and I won't be satisfied until you're here by my side. You are as close to me as two is to three, and the door is still open to my heart. And the door is still open to my heart.
Cover tunes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Isn't it interesting? I played the Cardinals doing a cover tune, and here is the Hilltoppers doing a cover tune of the... I didn't plan it that I didn't plan it that way, folks. Sometimes things just happen the way they do. But there you go. That one there going out to James Stone in our YouTube chat room. That's Jimmy Sacca and the Hilltoppers, March 1955 on Randy Wood's Dot record label, doing the Cardinals tune, The Door Is Still Open. The door is always open here on the Vinyltreasure Show, so thank you all for coming in, listening to the 45s here that Johnny G spins every Saturday night from 9 to midnight right here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on the YouTube stream. Very important that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. It keeps the copyright police away. They shut me down on Wednesday night. I knew I was playing with fire when I see too many of the copyright notifications go by. Rarely get it, though, on this show. But let us continue, and we are in the 1955 block. Let's go to Miami, Florida now, and fill a request for listener Bill Sheriff. This group had 6 releases on Sid Nathan. You saw his King special, but he also owned the Deluxe record label. They had 6 releases on Deluxe between 1954 and 1955. And let's give a listen to their 5th release. And this has some, the vinyl's pretty nice, but the label has water damage. That is the worst thing that a record collector could have. Although these shiny promos, normally when they get wet, as long as they're not sopping wet, you can deal with wet labels on the promos, but not the, if they have shiny paper. Well, you don't want to get any record wet. Let's just put it that way. But this group is called The Quails and features Bill Robinson on lead. It's Bill Robinson and The Quails, January 55 on Deluxe. The song is called Love of My Life, going out to Bill Sheriff. Here you go.
Of my life, 'cause I know it's really right. Can't you see what has happened to me? Love of my life, love of my life. I can go away from home, but I won't stay very long. Can't you see what you're doing to me? Love of my life, love of my life. I waited for someone to come along, someone who's worthy and true. Now that I have a red hair in my arm, baby, you know that it's you. This is the love of my life, 'cause I know it's really right. Can't you see what you're doing to me? Love of my life, love of my life. My life, 'cause I know it's really right. Can't you see what you're doing for me? Love of my life, love of my life.
Yeah, that is a swinging tune, I gotta say. I like that record. Always did like that 45. But anyway, there you go. That one they're going out to a Bill Sheriff, January 55. That's the sound of Bill Robinson and the Quails. Okay. The Quails on the deluxe label. Love of My Life is the name of the tune. Johnny G loves collecting 45s. It is an addiction to Johnny G and a passion for Johnny G. Let us continue here. Let's move into 1956 now. Fill a request for listener Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat room. His group is out of from the Watts and Compton areas of Los Angeles, California. They auditioned for Dootsy Williams, owner of the Dutone record label, and he would sign them right on the spot. And the group at the time included Edward Carter, Billy Foster, Jimmy Green, and the lead singer Vernon Green, collectively known as the Medallions. And they were named because of because of Vernon's penchant. Is that penchant for jewelry around his neck? Okay, sounds right. And this was the group's 7th release for the Dutone record label, written by the lead singer Vernon Green from October 56. Here is Vernon Green and the Medallions for Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat room. It's called My Mary Lou. I wonder if this was this something like a takeoff of Young Jesse's Mary Lou? Possibly. Anyway, it's on the Dutone label. Here you go for Gary McClendon, My Mary Lou, the Medallions.
Well, ladies and gents, some boys and girls too, I gonna do a little song for you. Singing a bop, singing a blues. I gonna tell you about Mary Lou. Now she eyes is black, she hair is gold, she lips is red, she thrills my soul. Now the moral of my story is if you love a woman and you find out that she won't be true, just leave her alone and she'll come back to you. Mary Lou, Mary Lou, I love my Mary Lou. Mary Lou, Mary Lou, I love my Mary Lou. And if you ever meet her, boy, you love her too. Well, she told me that she loved me, no one could intrude. But when I turned my back, she called me nothing but a fool. Mary Lou, Mary Lou, I love my Mary Lou. And if you ever meet her, boy, you love her too. That you love me, no one could intrude. But how can you love me and love my brother too? Mary Lou, Mary Lou, I love my Mary Lou. And if you love me, boy, you love her too. Mary Lou.
There you go. B-sides here on the Vinyltreasure Show. That one there going out to Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of Vernon Green and the Medallions. October 1956 released Dootsy Williams' Dutone record label out of Los Angeles, California. My Mary Lou. I think that was a takeoff of Mary Lou by Young Jesse on the modern label. It just reminds me of the record, I think. But anyway, we are in the 1956 block. Let's fill a request to Steve B in Connecticut, SNB, and he is not with us this evening. He is at his 50th high school reunion, class of 1975 in Norwalk, Connecticut. And he's going to listen on the archive. And he had this request here, and we call it motion picture music. And you all know this group. The members of the group included Jimmy Merchant, second tenor, Herman Santiago. Wait a minute. Jimmy Merchant, second tenor, Herman Santiago, baritone, Joe Negroni, the bass, and wait, no, that's, let me see here. Lead singer Frankie Lyman, first tenor Jimmy Merchant, second tenor Herman Santiago, baritone Joe Negroni, and bass Sherman Garnes. That's how it is. They come before the name. Collectively, of course, they were known as the Teenagers. Now, this was their fifth release on George Goldner's G record label, and both sides of the 45 were featured in an Alan Freed movie. If I'm sure many of you saw the movie, it's got a corny theme, but it's great for seeing the original groups lip sync to their songs. But the movie was called Rock, Rock, Rock. And it was released in released in November of 56. And both sides of this disc got plenty of airplay, at least here in the New York area. And Steve B wants to dedicate this to the Norwalk High School class of 1975, because maybe there were some of them in maybe some were his classmates. I don't know. But anyway, he's going to listen on the archive. Steve, I hope you had a great time at your 50th high school reunion. You're a year older than Johnny G. November 1956 for Steve B, SNB, at his high school reunion. Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers with I'm Not a Juvenile Delinquent. Here you go, Steve, and his classmates.
I'm not a juvenile delinquent.
No, no.
Paradise, you'll be in paradise. I know
Johnny G, Johnny G's so busy that looking at records for a long, trying to find my longest records for a reason, folks. But anyway, there you go. That one there going out to SNB Steve B in Connecticut. He wants to send it out to the Norwalk High School class of 1975. I'm Not a Juvenile Delinquent. Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers from November '56 on George Goldner's G record label, and they do that on that movie Rock, Rock, Rock. You can check it out. I like that record. Always did like the record. I played it, I think, on a 78. That's some of these presses. Some of the G presses are grainy. You know, I don't know why they're grainy. So I look for, sometimes when I look to upgrade the records, I look for they look nice, but they play with some kind of, sometimes a little bit of static or a little bit of noise. But you can see looks like little specks in the wax. Johnny G babbling on here. Let us continue. I forgot to show the record to Jean Manis. I don't know if Jean is in our chat room. Maybe she is tuned into the program, but she requested this group out of Los Angeles, California, and first recording for Sid Nathan's Federal record label. But Buck Graham would bring them to Mercury. I think them, and along with the Penguins, who were the featured group, by the way, the Penguins were. But it turned out that this group was the featured group, and their careers kind of exploded immediately, and they had a number of hits, and the disc jockeys would play both sides of their releases, and this is their third release for the Mercury label. This tune written by their manager Buck Graham. Of course, Tony Williams was the lead singer, and he is doing lead on this. And this is from February of '56. I'm talking about the Platters on the Mercury label. This is by request for Jean Manis, and she wants to send this one out to the dude. The Platters with You've Got, that's in parentheses, The Magic Touch, for Jean Manis, going out to the dude. Here you go.
You've got the magic touch. It makes me glow so much. It casts a spell. It rings a bell. The magic touch. Oh, when I feel your charm, it's like a alarm. You make me thrill so much. You've got the magic touch. Here I go reeling. I'm feeling the glow. But where can I go from you? I didn't know too much, and then I felt your touch, and now I've learned I can return the magic touch. Here I go reeling. I'm feeling the glow. But where can I go from you? I didn't know too much, and then I felt your touch, and now I've learned I can return the magic touch. Do, 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 do.
There you go with the sound of the Platters here on the Vinyltreasure Show. That one there by request for listener Gene Manis wants to send that one out to the dude, the Platters with Tony Williams on lead. It's on the Mercury record banner, You've Got the Magic Touch. That's up from February of 1956. Johnny G tries to get the magic touch every Saturday. If I do, I hope you would subscribe to my YouTube channel and click that bell to get notifications. Also, give me a thumbs up if you dig what you're hearing. This is a different kind of oldies show. Real Johnny G spins his past experiences in the record collecting hobby. Now, actually, there was a Vincent Price movie on tonight. Svengoolie had The Fly, and it memories. I had good friends when I used to work at a company called Container Transport International. It was my first job I was a lowly accountant doing bank recs. So they, a couple that I knew, they got married, and they had this new home. They asked me to help them move and whatnot, and we left the work, and I helped them move. I had my suit and whatnot on, helping them lift these boxes. So I ended up, I had to relieve myself. I was 2 minutes, and I walk out. We're ready to eat dinner, and it relates to this movie, though, the Vincent Price movie. So I'm there, and I'm standing there, and her brother Tom was there. His name was Tom Warren, and he says to me, and he was a veteran at the time, and he says, Johnny G, what is a famous Vincent Price movie? Of course, so I said, well, one movie that I like by Vincent Price is House of Wax. So, of course, they started cracking up because I had my zipper down, okay? And you used to call your zipper the fly. So he meant the movie The Fly, and I said House of Wax, and they kind of cracked up. And I miss John and Ginny. They ended up moving down to, he found a job with the University of Alabama, Birmingham. I think he was a treasurer there, so they moved down to Alabama. But they are Facebook friends of mine. We got to say hi. And Tommy passed away, unfortunately, and that is a sad thing. But I just see it. I saw the movie. I have the TV on with the sound off. And I see The Fly. I just had to say it. But anyway, Johnny G babbles on here. Let's continue here. Let's fill a flip side request for listener Tommy Albergo in our YouTube chat room. Featured a group called The Students last week for Tommy. This Students group is out of Philadelphia, recorded for the Red Top record label. The side I played last week was a song called Mommy and Daddy. And Tommy also requested the flip side. And for you collectors out there, the true first press of this is the one I showed you in the light blue label with the kind of like with red print on red top. But we're going to flip it over for Tommy Albergo. It features Collie Williams on lead, August 1957. We're in the 1957 block. The Students on red top. It's called My Heart is an Open Door. Didn't we talk about doors before? My Heart is an Open Door for Tommy Albergo. Here you go, Tommy, a B-side.
My heart is an open door. An open door. My heart will is an
sounds of Philadelphia. You hear that little chatter at the end of the song there? They kind of let that in. Well, listen. People make mistakes. Johnny G is the big number one of mistakes. But anyway, there you go. It's a great two-sided 45 requested by a listener, Tommy Albergo, in our YouTube chat room. That is a Charlie Williams on lead with the Students, August 1957 release on Red Top Records. My Heart is an Open Door is the name of the tune. Johnny G's Vinyltreasure show has open doors. So those of you that are new to this program, welcome to the program. I hope you consider to subscribe. We do a live show every Wednesday and Saturday night, sometimes on Thursday afternoons at 1 p.m. We'll talk more about it after this next record. But if we play records by year, this show I play the music by year. We played chronologically. We are in the 1957 block. I don't do that on the Wednesday night show. I play soul records on the Wednesday night show. So you're going to hear Motown. You're going to hear all different types of soul music, ballads, up-tempos, and whatnot, and also Northern Soul for the UK listeners. But let us continue here. Let's fill a request for listener Bill Olb. He was my in-studio guest a couple weeks ago here with his 5th gospel special, which is still getting clicks, Bill. And he requested this tune, this duo from Kentucky. They are Chuck and Bill, and Chuck is really Charles Chuck Johnstone, and Bill is William Bill Pence. And they recorded as Chuck and Bill, and then in parentheses it says the Kentuckians, okay? And this is their second of two for the Brunswick record label. This tune written by Earl Schumann and Mort Garson. And this came out in October of 1957. Let's give it a spin here. Chuck and Bill on Brunswick Records for Bill Olb. It's called Tears, parentheses, That I Cried Over You for Bill Olb. Here you go, Bill.
I've been lonely. Here's for the night I've been blue. So blue. I gave you my true love, you only. Foolish tears that I cry over you. For the day I've been lonely. Here for the sleepless night I've been blue. So blue. Until you return to me only. There'll be tears that I cry over you. You took my aching heart and you broke it apart. My waiting lips for your fair weather kiss. My golden dream fell apart at the seams. Oh, why didn't I know that you'd make me cry bitter tears? For the day I've been lonely. Here's for the sleepless night I've been blue. So blue. Until you return to me only. There'll be tears that I cry over you. There'll be tears that I cry over you.
There you you go. That one there going out to listener Bill Olben, New Jersey. That's the sound of Chuck and Bill. They're known as the Kentuckians. Their second release for the Brunswick record label from October 57, Tears, parentheses, That I Cried for You. And Bill Olb was my in-studio guest on Thursday, a couple weeks ago. Karen Efron will be my in-studio guest on November 13th. So mark your calendars, November 13th, beginning at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 till 4. She will be presenting female leads with male backing and female backing that some of them not in the Kreider book. So if you're a collector like Johnny G is of the Kreider book, I will be interesting to know what she will bring here to the studio here. She will be my in-studio guest here on the Vinyltreasure Show. The promo is up on my YouTube wall, so you can click to get your notification. It is there. And I will be back next Wednesday, and I plan on doing a show Thursday, continuing with the Relic Countdown. But let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Let's move into 1958 now. Now, how many of you know what a Caliph is? Okay. Well, that's the name of this group. They're called the Caliph. And this is a request for Liam Savoy in Australia. This is on Zell Sanders' Scat Records. Of course, Zell Sanders, she would own also the J&S record label. She would manage a lot of groups under her J&S banner, and also, I guess we'll call it Dice Records, even though she gave that to her daughter, Johnny Louise Richardson. But this is her label, Scat Records, and this is not an easy record to find. The group is called the Caliphs, and I don't know anything else about them. I'm guessing they're from the Bronx. This is 58. This is for Liam Savoy, the Caliphs on Scat. It's called Darling, If I Had You, the Caliphs. For Liam. Here you go.
Darling, if I had you, I could turn night into day. If I had you, somehow I could make a way. Darling, if I had you, I could turn water into wine. If I had you, I could turn back the time. If I had you, my days would never be blue. If I had you, somehow we'll see it through.
There you go. That one there by request for Liam in Australia. That's the sound of the Caliphs. The Caliphs from 1958 on Zell Sanders' Scat Records. Darling, If I Had You is the name of the tune. I forget who I bought that from. Maybe Jerry Diaz possibly. The flip side is good too, a song called Mother Dear. And that's not an easy record to find either on the Scat record label. Johnny G here on a Saturday. Hope you're digging on these tunes. Give Johnny G a thumbs up if you do. As we continue here, we are in the 1958 block. Let's fill requests for listener Timothy in our YouTube chat room. This group hails from Newark, New Jersey, and they were friends with another group from Newark, New Jersey, that in 1958 they had a big hit with a song called Book of Love. Now, this is not that group, but they were friends with the Monotones, who brought them to B. Caslin. She was the owner of Mascot and Hull Records, and on July 15th, 1958, they recorded this song for B. Caslin, and she cut a deal with Apt Records. Now, Apt Records was a subsidiary of ABC Paramount Records, and they would cut deals with other labels and distribute these records nationally all over the United States, because they had a big distributorship that would go all over. And this record was released in September of 58, and this record is as old as Johnny G is. There you go. And in the early days of collecting, many people thought that this group was the Monotones, but they are not the Monotones. They were known as the Terrace Tones, but they sounded a lot like the Monotones. And it features Robert Johnson on lead. And this is from September of 1958. This is by request for Timothy in our YouTube chat room. Here are the Terrace Tones on Apt Records, and they're talking about The Ride of Paul Revere for Timothy. Here you go.
Listen close and you will hear
The midnight ride of Paul Revere.
when the signal was given, the people said, Paul Revere jumped out his bed. The signal kept going by and by.
Then Paul Revere began his ride.
Paul Revere was a goldsmith, a master at his trade. He was an eager and determined person, but that's how he got his pay. So at 12 o'clock when all was well, Paul Revere began to yell, the British are coming, so spread the word.
Until his voice couldn't be heard.
Paul Revere kept riding, riding all that night, warning all the people to get ready to fight. So after 12, when the British came, they had a big surprise because of the bravery of the famous Revere ride. Paul Revere kept riding, riding all that night, warning all the people to get ready to fight. So after 12, when the British came, they had a big surprise because of the bravery of the famous Revere ride. The famous Paul Revere ride, ride on Paul Revere ride.
There you go. That one there by request for Timothy in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of the Terrace Tones. The Terrace Tones. Robert Johnson is on lead there, September 1958 on the Apt record label, subsidiary of ABC Paramount Records. The Ride of, it's actually Ride of Paul Revere. And Charles Patrick wrote the flip side of this too, a song called Words of Wisdom, which is a nice ballad that the group does. Now, interesting, this record very similar to a song that the Monotones do called The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. And I have to tell you, because Sleepy Hollow is the next town across from Johnny G, and they want to make this town the Halloween capital of the world. Now, maybe some of you have heard or seen it. There was a gigantic parade here. Okay, they had a Halloween parade. So this was gridlock here for the day. They closed the Route 9 down, And they have all these Halloween things going on here. And that's why, because Karen Efron wanted to come on a Thursday here in October. I says, you can't come here. You can't come here during October because we got so many, they don't even abide by the traffic rules. They're going up and down streets. They're parking in places where they're not supposed to. And there's lines to go into these eateries, and they're not made to take hundreds of people. They're just not. But they have a lot of cool things here around this time of year because there's Phillipsburg Manor. So if you ever come up to the Hudson, in the Hudson Valley, you can take the train here, the Metro North train, okay, and it's really a nice ride from New York City to come up here. There's, especially now at this time of year, but there's a lot of places. There's the Sleepy Hollow Cemetery. There's the Old Dutch Church. There's the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. They have a haunted hayride. People were waiting for 2.5 hours for that thing. You buy tickets for a certain time. It was crazy. Well, Barbara and I used to go to the, it was at the Phillipsburg Manor. You would like walk like through this path, and these people would come out of the darkness. Now, they're not supposed to touch you, so they'll come right up to your face, and I'm like, get out of my face. I would tell them that. But it would kind of scare you, But anyway, enough of that. But that's what conjured up those memories for Johnny G. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. We are on the 1958 block. Let's fill a request for listener Emnon as we go out to San Francisco, California for this group. They're called the Romancers. Now, this is the same group that recorded for Dootsy Williams' Doo-Tone record label back in 1956. Then they would record for Brad Taylor's Baytone Records, and Baytone Records was out of San Francisco. And this tune written by the label owner. It features Alvin Thomas on lead from October of 1958. Now, you saw Johnny G change the needle. That's because I put a 78 needle on this, because this record sounds horrible with a 45 needle. Sounds so much better with the 78 needle. But so going out to listener Emnon, October 58, the Romancers on Baytone. It's called You Don't Understand, the Romancers. Here you go, Emnon, for you.
You don't understand.
Loving you, my darling, and loving you in spite of all the little things you've done.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well, yeah, you've been hurting me, my darling, hurting me so. But there's something you should know, my darling, and that's I never want you to go, because I really love you so.
Now you understand.
Just how I feel about you. You were made for me, my darling. So please don't say we are through.
Now you understand.
you go. That one there going out to a listener, Amnon, the Sound of the Romancers, the same group that recorded for Dootsy Williams' Doo-Tone record label. This one on the Baytone label, which is out of San Francisco. October 1958, the Romancers with You Don't Understand. I know we have new listeners that maybe never heard this type of music before. Well, that's good, because this show that Johnny G does is supposed to be enjoyable and educational. That's what I told YouTube. I said, YouTube, I just don't sit here and play the records. I give a history of these groups and also the Johnny G-isms that I have in my collecting hobby experience, because I am retired, although I am a caretaker for my elderly parents who are tuned into the program here. They're downstairs with, well, my father might have gone to bed, but my mother, she's watching everything you say. And she's tuned into the program as well. My sister Tony's downstairs too. But I hope you're digging on the tunes, and I hope you would consider to subscribe. I welcome new listeners, and if you do have a request or you want to talk to Johnny G about what I do, you can email me at vinyltreasures@AOL.com. That is the contact number. If I have the 45, if it fits the format, I will play it here on the program. But if it doesn't fit, then I'm not going to play it. But anyway, let us continue here. Let's fill a request now for listener Cool Ant in our YouTube chat room, as she requested this great girl group from the Bronx, New York. And this is the B-side to their fourth release on George Goldner's End record label. The A-side was a tune called I Love You So, but Cool Ant requested the B-side. It features the great Arlene Smith on lead from April 1958. Let's give a listen to the Chantels on the N label for Cool Ant. It's called How Could You Call It Off? The Chantels for Cool Ant in our chat room. Here you go.
How could you call it off the day of our wedding? The good news was spreading. How could you call it off? What
Yeah, they like that one there in the YouTube chat room there. That's the sound of Arlene Smith and the Chantels, always a favorite here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Their fourth release on George Goldner's N record label, April 1958, for Cool Ants in our YouTube chat room. How could you call it off on our wedding day? Sometimes it's better. You find something out last minute. You don't want to have a life of misery. Guess not. But anyway, Johnny G here on a Saturday. Hope you're digging on the tunes here. Let's move into, wait a minute, we got one more. Oh, wait, we're going to move into 1959 now. Johnny getting choked up here. Let's fill a request for Oldies fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith, in our YouTube chat room. As now that we're coming into the Halloween season, it's like been here forever here where Johnny G is, but this song relates to that, and that was nice of you to request this. I really had another one for someone requested one by who did I put? Screamin' Jay Hawkins, of course. You know, I Put a Spell on You. You know that tune. But this is, I guess we can call this the sound of the season for the Halloween season. This singer from Milton, Florida, his real name was Willie Morrell. Willie Morrell, but he goes by the name of Jackie Morningstar. Weren't they? Wasn't Morningstar a type of veggie burger? I think, anyway, but it's a cool up-tempo rocker. This is on the Sandy label out of Mobile, Alabama from April 1959. This is by request for Oldies fan in our YouTube chat room, Jackie Morningstar on the Sandy label. It's called Rockin' in the Graveyard for Oldies fan. Here you go.
Now you've heard of the purple people eater, and they sing of the witch doctor too. I guess these songs have sold 1,000,000 copies. Well, I got one to sell 1,000,000 too.
There you go. That one there going out to Oldies fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith, in our YouTube chat room. Johnny G does have some rockabilly in the collection. I do, on the labels that I collect, and I collected that Sandy label out of Mobile, Alabama. There's some group records on that label too. Jackie Morningstar is his name, from April 1959. It's called "Rockin' in the Graveyard" is the name of the tune. That one there going out to Oldies fan. Let us continue here. Two more out of the year 1959. Let's fill a request now for listener Dennis Fluharty. He said he heard this on some station he was listening to. The BBC played this. Was kind of interesting, Dennis, that the BBC would play this record. And you all know this group from Newport News, Virginia, began recording for the Aladdin record label, back in 1951 possibly. Then they would gravitate to Capitol Records, feature a lot of those records here on the 50s edition, but then they ended up on Sid Nathan's King Records. And I don't think they didn't even get a mention, not that they would, but they really have some nice records on the King label. This is probably their best. They do an LP also, which Spence sold me, the LP on King. But this was their first release for the King record label. And some of the group members their main members left the group, I think, by this time. But the lead singer on this, I think, is Thomas Threat. I think that's how you say it. Threatt. And he is the lead singer, and I think he did lead on the majority of their King releases. This is from August 59. It's really a great tune that they do. Here are the 5 keys on the King label for Dennis Fluharty. It's called "I Took Your Love for a Toy." The 5 keys for Dennis.
Darling, the days are so lonely, the nights so blue. I think of you only, for your love was true. But I'm not to see it before, for I took your love for a toy.
Sound of the 5 keys there on King. That is their first release on the King record, Sid Nathan's King record label. As when they're going out, to Dennis Fluharty. And August 1959, that is Thomas Threat. He's the lead singer on, I forget. George Tompkins told me how to pronounce that name. Johnny G is bad on the pronunciations. I need to go back to school. is what I need to do. The Five Keys on King. I Took Your Love for a Toy is the name of the tune. A great, great record. Let us continue here. We got one more from the year 1959. This is a request for listener Edmund Williams in Queens, New York. You all know this singer. He would later on in his career be known as the Godfather of Soul, but he began recording for Sid Nathan's Not King label, Federal record label. That was back in 1956 with a song called Please, Please, Please. I think they said on that special, he didn't like, Sid Nathan didn't like the song. He said to him, "Is that all you're saying? Just that on just that?" He just kept on saying it over and over. Please, please, please don't go. That's the lyrics. But it did very well for this singer. He would have 18 releases on the Federal label before Sid Nathan switched him over to King Records, and Edmund requested his 15th release on the Federal record label, and this charted number 19 on KRLA if you were listening in Los Angeles, California. Let's go to August of 1959 for James Brown and the Famous Flames on Federal Records. For Edmund Williams, it's called It Was You. This is for Edmund. Here you go. Yeah, that one there going out to listener Edmund Williams. He was in our YouTube chat room earlier in the program, but that's a great sound there. James Brown and the Famous Flames on the Federal record label, August 1959. It Was You is the name of the tune. It is Johnny G, your disc jockey for a Saturday evening. Thank you all for being here. Hope you're enjoying the show. If you are, please give Johnny G a thumbs up. Of course, you have to be signed into a YouTube in order to do that. And also in order to subscribe. You got to, and a lot of you have already changed your handles. That's what your name is in there with that @ sign. That is a handle, probably a thing to I don't know why they did that. They said they did that for something with the phones. I don't know what it is, but anyway. But you can change that too, but you have to keep that number. That number is unique. They're all unique to you. As we continue here, let's move into 1960, yes. Yes. With a request for Big Dave Swinger. I didn't see Big Dave Swinger in our chat room today. Well, I found this record along with a little bit of a torn picture sleeve at the Cherry Door thrift shop one sunny afternoon walking home from school sometime in the early 1970s. It was in high school, I think, maybe a sophomore or two, whatever. I told you I used to frequent that thrift shop, and I went in the back and there was a box of records, and I said, oh, there's some promos here, and here is a picture sleeve too. And it was like, how much are these? 4 for $1. Of course they charged me tax, but I didn't care for 4 for $1. But you know this group originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm talking about the Dell Vikings, and this one has dual leads, I think. Dual leads. I don't know the other members here, Charlene. Okay, because there were 6 in the group at this time, and their picture is there. It would have it. If later on, Charlene, when you go, if you can, look at Ferdy Gonzalez's disco file for this record. He should have who the group members were on this release. But their dual leads on this, Doug White and Billy Woodruff, I think are the dual leads. At least that's what I have here. And there were only, I think there's 6 of them on this, but there's 5 in the photo. The missing person in the photo was Clarence Quick. He sang on this record, but he was not in the photo, whatever. But let's go to October of 1960 by request for Big Dave Swinger, the Dell Vikings on Alpine Records. And the song is called The Sun. This is for Big Dave. Here you go.
You are mine. The sun will always shine forever and ever, eternally.
Yeah, that is a later Dell Vikings tune there, 1960. Of course, they would go to ABC Paramount Records after this, I think. But that one there called The Sun. The Sun on the Alpine label for Big Dave Swinger, October 1960 release. You want that on the promo, too. You don't want that crappy styrene Alpine 45. You don't want that. You want it on the vinyl press. Johnny G here on a Saturday. We are in the 1960 block. Let's do a flip side request for listener Daryl Letts in our YouTube chat room. Played this group last week, the Corvairs for Delwood Jeff. Featured the side called Sing a Song of Sixpence, okay? But we're going to flip it over here for Daryl Letts. These are the Corvairs from February 1960 on Cub Records, was a subsidiary of MGM Records. The Corvairs, the song is called Yeah, Yeah, for Daryl Letts. Here you go, Daryl.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, shucks now.
Oh, early one morning about 8 o'clock, saw a boss chick walking off the block. She had on a dress that they call a chemise. She even had on some other crazy beads. Yeah, yeah, whoa, yeah, yeah. I walked up to her and I said, "What's your name?" She said, "My name is Mary Jane." She said, "Will you move? I'm away. I'm late for school. I'll catch you later, baby." Yeah, yeah. Whoa, yeah, yeah. Slop, slop. Come on and slop with me. Bop, bop. Come on and bop, yeah, yeah. Whoa, yeah. I went to a Saturday night out. Saw the bar chick, she was doing the slide. She said, "Hey, baby, come on, slop with me." Her boyfriend turned around and said, "Nay, baby, faked out, faked out. She faked me out." Slop, slop, bop, bop, yeah, yeah, whoa, yeah, slop, slop, come on and slop with me. Come on and bop, yeah, whoa, yeah. Come on, baby, please, baby. Oh, shooby-dooby-dooby, baby. I was emulsified.
Hey, he was emulsified. So there you go. That one there going out to listener Daryl Letts in our YouTube chat room. The Corvairs from February 1960. I think, Charlene, you were correct. That's the same group, I think, that recorded for Clock Records also. That's on the Cub label. Yeah, Yeah is the name of the tune. So I got to ask the ladies in the chat room. I mean, they used to, back in the 50s, I don't know when that slang ended, they were calling young gals chicks. So when did that end? And what name replaced chicks? I don't know. Maybe is it politically correct? I don't know if it's politically correct to call them chicks today. I don't know. Things are different all these years later, but I digress. Anyway, let's do a twin spin on the Cub record label. Let's fill a request for listener Nat Papagallo. He wants to send this one out to all the Vinyl Treasure Show audience tuned into the program. Now, Nat, if you remember when you came to White Plains, when I was in the Gateway building working for LK Comstock at the time, the accounting controller, I sold you this record that you now have in your jukebox. Way back when. I used to know Nat from a company I used to work for. I was an accounting controller for a construction company. You don't want to go into construction, okay? You got to be careful when you're in construction. But anyway, this is a twin spin on the Cub record label. This group is out of Brooklyn, New York. And the tune written by the lead singer of the group, his name is Sean Syville. Sean Syville. And the interesting thing about this is the first time that the lead singer heard this song on the radio, and this was back in May of 1960, he was in prison for beating up someone who wanted to be a member of the group. He just said, no, you're not going to be in my group, and he just beat him up. Okay, and he was convicted on circumstantial evidence, and he spent 6.5 years behind bars. Then after serving time, he would become an investigator for the New York City Finance Department. So that's what happened to the lead singer of this group. But let's go to May of 1960 by request for Nat Papagallo. These are the Zebulons. The Zebulons on the Cub label. It's called Falling Water. This is going out to from Nat to all you Vinyl Treasure Show listeners. Here you go, Nat. Oh, wrong one. Cub twin spin. Here you go.
Falling water, falling water.
There you go. That one there going out to listener Nat Papagallo in Naples, Florida. He's got that in his jukebox. Yes, he does. Sound of the Zebulons. The Zebulons there from May 1960 on the Cub record label. That is that's Sean Syville. I think that's how you say it on lead there. Falling Water is the name of the tune. We don't want no water. Not yet. Let us continue here. We are in this is the last one out of 1960 as we head to Detroit, Michigan now. Fill a request for listener David Vilma in our YouTube chat room. Greg Surik sold me this 45 many, many moons ago. It's the Sloan release for this group on the Cougar label. Both sides are good. This is the intended A-side co-written by the lead singer of the group. His name is Tony Johnson. This one from 1960. They're called the Marveliers. The Marveliers on Cougar Records for David Vilma. The song is called, one word, it's called Down for David Vilma. Here you go, David, for you.
Down, 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 oh baby, down, 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 oh baby, down, 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 oh baby,
so wrong when I thought that you wanted someone else, and now that you're so far away, I realize how much I care, and I hope someday you'll hear my prayer.
They're called the Marveliers. The Marveliers on the Cougar record label. They're out of Detroit, Michigan. Song entitled Down came out in 1960. That one they're going out to listener David Vilma in our YouTube chat. Now, after this release, the lead singer there, Tony Johnson, he would become the lead singer of a group called the Magnetics. The Magnetics that recorded for the All Right record label a song called Where Are You? If you have that record, that's another good record on All Right Records. Anyway, Johnny G here on a Saturday. Hope you like what I'm doing and playing here, your requests. If you do have a request, you can email Johnny G at vinyltreasures@aol.com. Let's move into 1961 now and fill a flipside request for listener Amy King in our YouTube chat room. And Amy King is the moderator here for the Vinyl Treasure show in the chat room there. So you can all say hello to Amy. And she requested last week we featured Elmore James, this great singer out of Richland, Massachusetts, on Don Robey's Fire record label, which was out of New York City. And last week we played Shake Your Money Maker. And we sent that one out to Lenny G. Lenny G, hope you are doing well. We miss you here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Hope you're tuned into the program here. And you come and visit us once in a while. So we'll send the flip side out to Lenny G. And this is a song he wrote also, his 6th of 7 for the Fire label from December 61. Let's give a listen to Elmore James on Fire Records. It's called Look on Yonder Wall. This one here going out to Amy King. Here you go.
man.
Yes, we like to feature the blues here on the Vinyltreasure Show from time to time. Johnny G's got a lot of blues. Whoops. Come on, man. My mouse is acting up. Johnny G's got a lot of blues 45s in the collection, especially on labels like that. I meant Bobby Robinson. Why did I say Don? If I said Don Roby, I misspoke. That's because Johnny G allergies driving me crazy is what it is. But that's a cool tune there. Look on Yonder Wall, December 1961. That's going out to Amy King in our YouTube chat room. Elmore James on the Fire record label. Let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Fill a request for listener Gary Hendren in Alabama. And this is the debut single for this group out of Louisville, Kentucky. They were known as the Sultans, very popular to the local folks of Louisville. This came out on Ray Allen and Jack Sanders' Tilt label. And this features Tommy Cosden on lead. This was a big #1 record if you were tuned into WKLO, and a #2 record on WAKY. Those were big stations in Louisville, Kentucky. And this came out in June of 1961. It's on a label called Tilt Records. I think it might have been on another label prior, I think. But they're called the Sultans. And listen to the lyrics of this tune. I saw somebody's blog, and they're like, what is this teenage... You got to remember, these are teenagers writing this song. I think this is a group, the lead who wrote this song. So it's just interesting. And listen, I don't even think they write music like this anymore. I don't even know if it's called music today, but listen closely to the lyrics because a song always tells a story, okay? June 1961, going out to Gary Hendren in Alabama, the Sultans on Tilt. It's called It'll Be Easy. This is for Gary. Here you go.
In
There you go. That one there going. Listen, the copyright. Listen, copyright police, you coming out on that song, you got to give me a break. You can't come out on that song. There you go. That one there going out to Gary Hendren in Alabama. Those are the Sultans. The Sultans from June 61 on the Tilt record label. Tommy Cosden on lead. It'll Be Easy is the name of the tune. They would have 3 more releases on the Jam record label and 2 more on Backstage and 1 on AFCO. And then a lead singer, Tommy Cosden, would also record as Cosmo and the Counts. But there you go. They don't write songs like that anymore, folks. I don't think they do. But anyway, let us continue here. We are in the 1961 block here. We are really making good time, folks. You people are going to get to bed early. And we fill a request for listener Mike Sape. Of course, Charlene, he wanted to send this one out to multiple people. Mike, you wanted to send this one out to Rob and Lenny G, if I remember this right. Rob and Lenny G, and also Indrajit in the UK and Mark in the UK and all the UK dancers. I don't know what happened to the UK dancers. They used to send me requests like crazy. But anyway, so this is a request from Mike Sape in our YouTube chat room. And this group first recorded as the Jewels in 1959 for the Antler record label. When Johnny Torrance left the group, the other members formed this group. They called themselves the Rollers, okay? And the group included Eddie Wilson, tenor, Al Wilson, baritone, Willie Willingham, bass, and the lead singer on this, his name is Don Sampson. They recorded 3 on the Mercury record label, and Mike requested their first, a tune written by tenor Eddie Wilson, produced by Snuff Garrett from January 61. I apologize for the condition. I think I didn't get a chance to look through my Liberty box. My mother pulled a bunch of Liberty records out, and I think we went through the R's. So I think I might have a mint vinyl press of this, but I hate styrene. So this is like a styrene press, so I don't know what it's going to sound like. The Rollers from January 61 on Liberty Records. It's called Bonnieville. This is for Mike Sape. Here you go.
I bought myself a new Bonneville. I didn't have nothing left but a $2 bill. My baby said, why don't you take me for a thrill? I took her for a ride in my new Bonneville. My little sweetie is only 16. That's why I call her my Bonneville queen. She's not so worried about the dancing queen. Just wanna ride in my new Bonneville. She goes. We started out from a New York state, trying to make it to the city of the Golden Gate. Across the desert and the ships of sand, trying to make it to the Golden Land. She goes. My new Bonneville was a done the duty when I passed through the land of opportunity. My Bonneville queen said they're gonna be late. That's when I blew through the Lone Star State. She goes. We stopped in Frisco down on the main drag. Who cat asked me that I want a drag? I jumped down on my new Bonneville. Left the cool cat standing still. She goes.
There you go. That one. My uncle had Mary had the Bonneville Ma, I think. Did anybody out there ever have a Bonneville? I don't know. There you go. That one there by request from Mike Sape. That one there going out to all the UK listeners, and also for Rob B and Lenny G and Indrajit, and also who am I missing? I'm missing Indrajit, East End Mark, and someone else. Tony Crosby. That's who I'm missing, Tony Crosby. I hope Tony Crosby's doing well. But there you go. The Rollers from January 61. Bonneville is the name of the tune. Let's move into 1962 and fill a request for listener Joe Shacatano. Now, you're going to hear the difference. This is another styrene 45 here, but this is a nice mint copy. Okay, that one was not mint, but this is a mint one. This group is out of Brooklyn, New York. They recorded for the Poplar label, and the group is called the Enchantones. The Enchantones. And it features the lead here of Joe Bella. Joe Bella's the lead singer. Came out in November 62. It's going out to Joe Shacatano in our YouTube chat room. The Enchantones. It's called My Picture of You. This is on Poplar. Here you go, Joe.
My picture. Picture of you.
My picture of you.
To be
started deep in the heart of me.
To be
Just a vision and strange to see. That's my picture of you.
picture of you.
My picture of you
To be
should be up in the Louvre Museum. Just as priceless I'd find in dreams. That's my picture of you. The first time that I saw you, I knew it had to be, for I'd find no other ever meant for me. But I knew that I'd never set you free. In my arms I hoped you'd stay. My picture of you will remain till the end of time, till the day that you say you're mine. I'll have my picture of you.
There you go. That one there going out to Joe Shacatano. That is the sound of the Enchantones there. The Enchantones on the Poplar label. That one came out in November of 62. That's Joe Bella on lead. They're out of Brooklyn, New York. My Picture of You for Joe Shacatano. Joe, I think you've given me probably the most requests. Joe keeps track. How many requests did you send me? Over 600 requests, I think. Joe has requested here at Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show. I mean, I don't know who. The other one that could be a rival you might be Amnon for going way back when I was on that other station, I think. Anyway, but Joe has sent me a lot of requests here on the program, and then great requests too. So I'm glad that I have Joe as a listener. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, we are in the 1962 block. Let's fill a request for L.A. Arch in our YouTube chat. And we go to Brooklyn, New York for this group. I think this is the same group that recorded for, well, before they recorded for Old Town Records. Okay, they recorded for the Cash label. Do you have that record on the Cash label? That's a hard record to have. I have one that the label was steamed off. It was steamed off. Spence sold it to me. It was cheap because it had some label tears in it. But then the record actually would I think cash changed to Val Records. And then you got more, and then High Weiss got into the picture and put it out, their debut single, Jingle Jangle, I think, and the great ballad on the flip side. I'm talking about this group from Brooklyn called the Tremaines. Okay, then this one comes out on 2 labels. I think, Charlene, see, Arch, if you would have told me the first way, I would have had, because I have it on the first label. First came out on the Kane label, Kane. Okay, and then it would get picked up by Buddy Caldwell's V-Tone Records out of Philadelphia. So when you said to me you wanted to hear it on V-Tone, I pulled my V-Tone copy out. But anyway, because the other one's probably in the box, I didn't clean it yet, as I lose my mind. But the tune, well, these are the group members, okay? But this features Tony Hughes on lead from August of '62. Let's give a listen to the Tremaines, going out to L.A. Arch in our YouTube chat room. This is on V-Tone. It's called, Wonderful, Charlene. Wonderful, marvelous for L.A. Arch. Here you go. Well, they're liking that one there in the YouTube chat room. There you go. That one going out to L.A. Arch in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of the Tremaines. The Tremaines from August '62. I featured it on the V-Tone record label. That's a label, that's Buddy Caldwell's label out of Philadelphia. Wonderful, marvelous is the name of that tune. Let us continue. Here we are into 1962. Let's fill a request for Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. Now, this singer, this artist was a member of the Rainbows. The Rainbows from Washington, D.C., they recorded, you know, Mary Lee on Red Robin and Shirley on Pilgrim and They Say on the Rama label, but he wasn't really the main lead on those songs. Okay, Ronald Miles, I think, was the main lead, but he was doing lead on flip sides like Evening and Stay and Minnie, I think. Okay, his name was John Berry. Okay, but he would later change his name when he decided to go solo. He recorded as Sonny Spencer, and he had this release on the Music Hall record label. I remember I bought this from Louis Silvani. I got one of his catalogs, and I think I had it down on my want list. And he had it, I think, for $15. I think he had the record, so I bought it. But let's give it a spin here for listener Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room, 1962. Chris, you had a group on there, the Sterlings, I think you said they were. I don't know, maybe. But this is Sonny Spencer, a.k.a. John Berry, on Music Hall Records. It's called Hold My Hand. This is for Chris Reed. Here you go, Chris. There you go. That one there going out to listener Chris Reed. That's the sound of Sonny Spencer, a.k.a. John Berry. Sonny Spencer from 1962. It's on the Music Hall record label. It actually looks like Music Craft. Maybe they're like the same thing, or, you know, like a subsidiary or whatnot. Hold My Hand is the name of the tune for Chris Reed. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, we are one more out of the year 1962 as we fill a request for listener Delwood Jeff. This is the first of two for this artist on the Sabrina label. I think this Sabrina label was owned by the Belmonts minus Dion. Okay, I think they own this. It was out of New York City. This song co-written by Ernie Maresca, and the Belmonts are backing up this singer. They're uncredited on the label. His name was Pete Barron, and I think it's spelled two ways, B-A-R-O-N and B-A-R-I-N on this release. This is from June of 1962. This is going out to Delwood Jeff, Pete Barron, and the uncredited Belmonts on Sabrina Records. The song is called So Wrong for Delwood Jeff. Here you go.
Never seems to turn out right, so I'm all alone at night. So wrong, so wrong, so wrong, so wrong. How can I be so wrong, so wrong, so wrong, so wrong? How can I be so wrong? Many times I wonder why broken heart. Now I stay home at night. I'm wondering how they were so right. Till the day you come to me, how lonely my poor heart will be. So wrong, so wrong, so wrong. How can I be so wrong, so wrong, so wrong? How can I be so wrong, so wrong, so wrong, so wrong?
That one there going out to Delwood Jeff. They sound kind of like Dion and the Belmonts there, but it's really, the Belmonts are backing them up. Pete Barron's his name, June 1962, on the Sabrina record label. So Wrong is the name of the tune, the first of two. I have his other one also on the Sabrina label. And unfortunate thing was with this singer, he was shot while in a New York music store during a robbery gone bad. A very unfortunate ending for Pete Barron, but he left us with that tune as we continue here, as we are winding down here on the program, and we are in the year 1963. Let's stay in Brooklyn, okay, and fill requests now for listener Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat. And for this gal, her real name is Dottie Goodman, but she recorded as Dottie Daniels. She had two releases for the Amy record label. Now, this was her first release that Adrian requested, and this is actually a cover tune. This song was first recorded by Jerry Landis. I know some of you know who Jerry Landis is. Talking of his name was really Paul Simon, or I should say, so which one is his made-up name? I don't know. Jerry Landis may be the made-up name. I don't know. But Paul Simon recorded this as Jerry Landis on the Warwick label in 1961. And Paul Simon also arranged this and produced this for Dottie Daniels. And this was a big #1 record. Mike Sape, you remember this on the charts? A #1 record on WAVZ in New Haven, Connecticut. Let's go to May of 1963. This is for Adrian Viterbo, Dottie Daniels on Amy. And her rendition of the tune, Play Me a Sad Song. This is for Adrian. Here you go.
Tonight, I'm gonna cry myself to sleep. Another day, another week, and I'm still all alone. Saturday night, I'm all alone. I don't have a date. I'm just sitting home. The radio's playing the top tunes tonight.
you go, that one there. I'm sorry, folks. I'm not laughing at that record. I like that record there. I'm laughing at Charlene is what I'm laughing at. But anyway, there you go. That one there from May of 1963 by request for Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. Dottie Daniels, and a girl group backing her up there on the Amy record label for Adrian Viterbo. Play Me a Sad Song is the name of the tune. No, listen, we don't want to play sad songs here. We want to play good songs is what we want to do here. But I don't know if this next one is a good song, but I'm going to play it anyway for because I was having a hard time finding a record for listener John Engstrom. And he is such a nice guy, John, that you're going to have to thank me for playing this record for you. But it's really a rare 45 because nobody has the record. I mean, Greg, I think, possibly had the record. But the flip side of this is better, but John doesn't need that side. He needs this side, okay? But anyway, so this is by request for John Engstrom and Charlene here. This is a group out of San Antonio, Texas, okay? And Charlene, I can't see this, okay? They're called, the lead singer on this is Pueblo Castillas Jr., and he also played the guitar. The other members of this group were Ruben Ramirez, he was the drummer, Nando Aguilar, he was the bass, Joe Garza on guitar, and Morgan Leith the bass. Oh, we got more. Jerry Savoy on sax and keyboard, and they had a Linda Casillas. She was a vocalist. And this first came out on a label called Menard, M-E-N-A-R-D, when I've never seen the copy. I've seen the other record, Whipped, but I've never seen this one on the Menard label, but it did come out on that label. And this is 1963. The group is called Pueblo and the Valiants, okay? And I have it on a label called Irish, which is kind of weird, Irish Records. Okay, which was also out of San Antonio, Texas. So I don't know what happened with this record, but it was co-written by the lead singer. His name is Pueblo Casillas Jr. So let's go for John Engstrom from 1963, Pueblo and the Valiants. It's called And That's the Way. This is on the Irish label for John Engstrom. Here you go.
She always sends me to the moon, and that's why I love her the way I do. She is the only one, I'll never, ever, never let her go. That's 'cause I love her so. Yeah, what am I gonna do? And that's why I love her the way I do. She sends me with all her love. She always gives my heart a buzz, just like an angel from up above. And that's why I love her the way I do. She is the girl I've got, every other girl I love not. I don't know what I should do. She always sends me to the moon, and that's why I love her the way I do.
Okay, John Engstrom, there you go. That'll complete your collection there on Pueblo and the Pueblo and the Valiants. Yes, Graylin, I'd say a Tex-Mex sound for that one there. I have it on the Irish label record that I bought it for the flip side here, which is better than that side. That side's okay. I mean, but anyway, but it's not that easy to find. That's a rare 45. Pueblo and the Valiants, 1963 on the Irish label, and That's the Way is the name of the two. We're counting down here. We only got 1, 2, 3, 4 more records to go here on the program. Let's fill a request now for listener Paul Michel. And he requested this group from Matawan, New Jersey. Did I say that right, you New Jerseyans out there? This group had 2 releases on John Bellotti's Solar Records, which is out of Union Beach, New Jersey. There might have been quantity on these records at one time. I don't know, maybe. Let me see. Wait a minute, Charlene. What are you doing here? We're not playing Alone. We're playing the B-side of Alone. Okay, so this is the flip side of the song called Alone, which I used to hear on the oldie shows back in the day. Okay, but this is the flip side that Paul requested. They're being backed up by a group called The Shades. Okay, from December of '63. Let's give a listen to the Del Lords. DEL-LOURDS, the Del Lords on Solar Records. The song is called, the other side of this is called Alone. This side is called All Alone. Here you go for Paul Michel.
Bom, bom, bom,
That bass sounds like he was stealing a riff from the Connotations. Okay, before I Go, which I like that record by the connotations I do. But those are the Del Lords there. The Del Lords going out to Paul Michel, December 1963 on the Solar label out of Union Beach, New Jersey, a song entitled All Alone. 3 more 45s to go before we sign off here. We got a request now for listener Grayland in our YouTube chat room. This one would qualify as a Collector's Corner record. I saw this in Zurich's collection, and I think they wanted $3,500 for the record when it was there. I paid less. I think from Eddie Estrada out in California when I bought mine. Rare 45 out of Los Angeles, California. Now, the group members on this were Fred Garcia, Tommy Gonzalez, Ray Rocha, and the lead singer on this, his name is Bobby Rose. This is on the Rose International label out of Inglewood, California. And let's see, and doing background vocals on this are Don Julian and the Meadowlarks. And this is with Johnny Otis is on the drums. So there you go. You got an all-star cast here. From April 63 for Graylin, a.k.a. G-Dog, in our YouTube chat room. Here are the Pretenders. The Pretenders on Rose International. It's called Don't Tell a Lie. The Pretenders. Here you go, Graylin. Copyright Police out on this record. It's like a rare record, and they're out on this record. You got to be kidding me. What is AI identifying that as? I have no clue. Those are the Pretenders there. The Pretenders, that one there with Bobby Rose on lead. That one there going out to Graylin in our YouTube chat room. April 63 release on Rose International. Don't Tell a Lie. Everybody seems to be telling lies nowadays. But anyway, Johnny G does not. I tell the truth as we continue. All original vinyl, folks. Johnny G tells the truth as we continue here. 2 more 45s to go before we sign off here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's fill a request now for UK listener Indrajit Advani as we stay out in the West Coast. This group out of Los Angeles. And this tune is kind of... wait a minute, Charlene. What was this here? This song was really? This song was first done by I didn't know this because I thought this. Well, I think what Indrajit wanted to say, he requested a song by Clint Miller, I think. A song called Bertha Lou. I know some of you may know that. It's kind of like a rockabilly record. And this has the same, I guess, it's not the same backing track, but it's a similar medley, I guess, of that song. But Charlene has, the song was first done by the Ring-a-Dings in March of 62 on Infinity, and it would get picked up by... Are you saying that, Charlene, that this group was first recording as the Ring-a-Dings? Is that what you're saying, in March of 62 on Infinity, which I think I have that record, by the way. And then it would get picked up by Mercury, and they would change the name of the group to the Delmars. That's what I think you're saying. Okay, and the lead singer on this is H.B. Barnum. Well, that is interesting. Okay, H.B. Barnum, he went on to write so many great songs and a great producer, but he is the lead singer on this, and he's also playing drums. Now, the background singers were Billy Mann, Chester Pipkin, Warren Joyner, and Gary Pipkin, and she's got it here. This is a reworking of the song Bertha Lou, written by Gary Hart, John Carson, and John Mariscalco. And this is produced by John Mariscalco. So there you go. Charlene's got all the info there. February 1964 for UK listener Indrajit Advani. These are the Delmars with H.B. Barnum on lead on the Mercury label. It's called Snacky Poo Part 1. Here you go for Indrajit. There you go. That one there going out to UK listener Indrajit Advani, sounding like the song Bertha Lou. Who did that first? I forget. I know Clint Miller was not the first to do it, I don't think. But the Delmars there, that's H.B. Barnum on lead, February 64 on the Mercury label. Snacky Poo going out to UK listener Indrajit Advani. That's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to all your requests here on a Saturday evening. If you do have a request, you can email Johnny G at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the contact. If I have the record and it fits the format of the program, I will play it for you here, or either on the Wednesday night show. If you have a soul show, I'll be back next Wednesday night beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time till midnight, probably around 12:30 before they shut me down on that show. We got the copyright police out on this one. I don't know if they're going to be out on our closer tonight, but thank you so much, everyone that has. This has been a big show here tonight. Thank you for those of you tuned into the program, and I hope you consider subscribing. Sign into YouTube and subscribe to Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show. Thank you, Charlene, again for all your help. Charlene is my admin assistant. She assists me with the research and putting together the show, and it's a labor of love that we do this here for you. So thank you all for being here. And if you missed any of the program, it'll be up. You can watch it on the archive. I'm going to post this one for Zeb. I should be on. I had a problem with last week's show because I lost the connection with Oldies and More. So I had to splice them together. I had to re-listen and then quickly connect it. So I think he's going to play it tomorrow. We'll see. Because the show gets re-aired, the previous week's show on KKSM, that's 1320 AM out of Palomar College in San Marcos, California. And that's palomar.edu tomorrow. You can just go to the site, KKSM. They got a nice player that plays, and I'll be on, I think it's 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for 3 hours, 9 to 12. West Coast time, 6 a.m. out there. So if you're up that early, they got Johnny G on the radio out there. So thank you all for tuning in this evening. And our closer tonight is a special song, okay? And it's a special song for Simon Hayton. Okay, Simon Hayton, he's having some medical issues right now. So Simon, I hope you're doing well and you are home now. But he always likes on Facebook. He was trying to communicate with Johnny G. You can't. It's hard via email, as many of my listeners are not computer savvy, so it's difficult for them to do that. So he was able to text me, okay, and he texted me last week that he will be celebrating his birthday tomorrow, and he wanted me to send him out this song, both sides. Actually, so Simon, I will play the flip side of this on next Wednesday's show because that fits that program better, okay? It is better suited for the Wednesday night show, so that'll be good for that show. But the flip side I can feature here as we close the show this evening. And Simon is from Kidley, Wales. So we're going to send this one out to Simon on his birthday tomorrow. And he wants to dedicate this to Johnny G and Mrs. G and also to Charlene, okay? And this group is out of Cleveland, Ohio. They have this one release on Roger Karshner's Round label, which is also out of Cleveland, Ohio. Now, the group's name, they were Dick Whittington's Cats, okay, which the group, the name, and of course, Simon gave me some information about this name. The name of this group is based on English folklore surrounding the real life, though, of someone by the name of Richard Whittington, who was a wealthy merchant and would later become Lord Mayor of London. Okay, now the band members here are Richie Green, a.k.a. Richard Greenbaum, who is the lead singer and guitarist, Tony Bondanza guitar, Jay Moeller bass, Terry McLeod tenor sax, and Buddy Maver drums. So our closer tonight is this is by request for Simon Hayton from Kidwilly, UK, for his birthday tomorrow, December 66. Dick Whittington's Cats on the Round label. It's called I Still Find You, parentheses, in My Heart. Okay, this is for Simon. So thank you all for tuning into the program. I want everybody to have a safe and happy week, and I hope I'll see you here next time on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Just want to say, everybody, so long. Here you go, Simon. This is for you.